every smell, everything I felt or heard or experienced was triggering me. I was being very hypervigilant. I had insomnia, I wasn't sleeping, I was having night terrors. These people that had died were starting to visit me in my dreams. And this illness was starting to threaten my continued existence. My name is Mark. I'm an operational firefighter and I live with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. The first time it became very real was in 2006. I'd attended a very traumatic and very brutal road traffic collision, which resulted in the death of a young man that I tried to save. Immediately, I became very detached, very disconnected, and it was the first time where I really connected with what was going on for me. You know, this outpouring, this volcanic, this Krakatoa-like eruption, outpouring of grief. In a sense, I guess, you know, when I put on my firefighting uniform, it was a mask. I would show up and be someone different, someone else, and someone that was courageous, someone that was fearless. To repress and suppress that powerlessness, that fear, that terror sometimes, that grief, that sorrow, I wasn't conscious of that. What I was conscious of is that on one level, I was dying inside. I was truly dying inside. It was a psychological prison. I couldn't escape the thought and the images and the experience of what I'd witnessed. Fighting with the thought. I remember fighting with the suicide thought. That was the moment that I knew that if I didn't reach out and acknowledge that I was suicidal, if I didn't seek specialist help at this point, then there was a real likelihood that I would take my life. The societal and cultural conditioning, I think, in the fire service at the time, you know, big boys don't cry, and we think that those types of emotions such as fear, terror, guilt, powerlessness, sorrow, grief are negative, but they're natural emotions and feelings that both should be expressed and we need to express, because if we don't express them, post-traumatic stress disorder and other mental illnesses are the likely outcome. The firefighter charity was the first time that anyone really understood what was going on for me and met my story and met my needs with compassion and understanding. From March last year, I've embarked on a very, very different life, a very different journey, and in a sense, I've learned how to live a life of joy and peace, and how to truly embrace love and happiness and playfulness. And you know, I can now view that as a gift. My life now will be much more than I ever imagined it could be because of PTSD. Some of those experiences have traumatized me, but to be there in their final moments and to meet their journey with love and presence and compassion, I'm very grateful. So, you know, even those parts of my career that were unsuccessful, you know, to be with them in the worst time of their life and in their final moments was a beautiful gift, and but you know what? I would do that again. I would have the same life again. I would choose the same career. But just do it differently.